Hi, my name's Maria, and today I want to discuss what to expect when you access data from the 2020 Decennial Census Detailed Demographic and Housing Characteristics File B, also known as the Detailed DHC-B, in data.census.gov. The Detailed DHC-B provides statistics on household type and tenure for detailed racial and ethnic groups and American Indian and Alaska Native tribes and villages. One of the things to keep in mind is that this product, like the Detailed Demographic and Housing Characteristics File A, or Detailed DHC-A released in 2023, uses an adaptive design that determines the amount of data that racial and ethnic groups receive based on group size and geography level, while ensuring sufficient confidentiality protections. To find out more information on the adaptive design and its impacts on the detailed DHC-B data, please visit the link below. What I'd like to do today is show you how this adaptive design impacts the tables that you'll see when you look for data from the detailed DHC-B in data.census.gov. I think the best place to start is to look at all 6 tables that are available with the detailed DHC-B. The first 4 tables, T03001, T03002, T03003, and T03004 are household type tables. The last 2, T04001 and T04002, are tenure tables. The difference between the household type tables is the number of household type categories shown. T03001 provides only the total number of households. T03002 provides the total and 2 household type categories. T03003 provides the total and 6 household type categories. And T03004 provides the total and 8 household type categories. This is also the same type of difference found between the tenure tables. T04001 provides only the total number of occupied housing units, while T04002 provides the total and 3 tenure categories. The data you receive back is dependent on the level of geography, as well as the size of the population you're looking at. The size of the population is determined from the detailed DHC-A. Based on this, at the national and state levels, you will, at the very least, receive table T03001 for the total number of households and T04001 for the total number of occupied housing units. Then, if the size of the population you're looking at is larger, you will receive one of the other 3 household type tables, as well as table T04002 with the 3 tenure categories. In other words, you'll never find data in more than 2 tables at any given geography. We'll revisit this topic in a few moments, but for now, just note that I mentioned finding data in no more than 2 tables. I want to stress the finding data part, because as we'll see in our examples, you may receive tables back in your results that do not have any data available in them. Now let's take a look at some examples so you can visualize what this ends up looking like in data.census.gov. For this first example, I'm using the detailed DHC-B data for the Pashtun alone population in the U.S. Based on data from the detailed DHC-A, the total population of this group in the U.S. is less than 400 people. Because it's a small population, when getting data from the detailed DHC-B, I can see that I receive back 2 tables, T03001, which has the total number of households, and T04001, that has the total number of occupied housing units. Now let's try a different example. For this, I'm still using the detailed DHC-B data, but I'm looking at data for people in the U.S. who reported their race as Tahitian alone. Based on the detailed DHC-A, there were close to 900 people in this group, so this is a slightly larger population group than we examined in the last example. This time, though, instead of receiving just 2 tables, it looks like I received back 4. When I open the household type tables, I can see that there's no data for T03001, but there is for T03002. And then for the tenure tables, there isn't any data for T04001, but there is for T04002. This isn't cause for concern, though, as this isn't a problem with the site. Rather, it's just how the tables are returned at times for this data set. The site will typically return each entire list of household type and tenure tables until it reaches the ones that actually contain data. This behavior is different from how other tables are displayed on the site, so we thought it's important to mention this to help alleviate concerns. Returning back to table T03002, when we open it, we can see that it's giving us the total number of households as well as the 2 household type categories. T04002 gives us the total number of occupied housing units as well as the 3 tenure categories. Let's try an example with a larger population in the US to see what tables we get back for that. Now we're looking at data for people in the US who reported their race as Zambian alone. This time, we receive back 5 tables. However, as we learned in the last example, regardless of how many tables appear in the results, we should only expect to see data in 2 of them. If we look through the household type tables, we can see that T03001 and T03002 do not have data, but T03003 does. Then among the tenure tables, as expected, T04001 doesn't have any data, but T04002 does. For our last example, let's look at a group with an even larger population in the US. Let's look at the Dominican population. This time we receive back all 6 tables, but again, we should only expect that only 2 will have data. It looks like tables T03001, T03002, and T03003 do not have any data, while T03004 does. And then for the tenure tables, once again, T04001 doesn't have any data, while T04002 does. Just remember that when you're looking at data from the detailed DHC-B, while you could receive up to 6 tables in the list, you will never receive data in more than one of the household type and one of the tenure tables. If you happen to receive more than 2 tables in the list, just anticipate that these extra tables will tell you that no data is available for them. I hope this tutorial has helped in understanding the tables that you will receive from the 2020 Detailed Demographic and Housing Characteristics File B and the reason behind why you receive them. For more guidance on using data.census.gov, please visit our resources page at the link below. Thank you.